Hi everyone, my name is Sándor Bakos, and the purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to integrate AWS S3 and Cloudflare to host single-page applications or static sites. In front of my screen, you can see how this architecture looks like. Very simple. The central part of this architecture is the Cloudflare service itself, which is going to act as a DNS resolver, is going to add additional DDoS protection and act as a CDN. So basically, this is the entry point to our application. We are going to store the static assets in the S3 bucket, and we are going to configure bucket policy, which is going to say I'm going to allow GET requests only through Cloudflare, and I'm going to deny all direct access to the bucket itself. So this is very important because applying bucket policy prevents the clients directly access the items in the S3 bucket. Very easy to set up. Couple of things that we need to pay attention. If I know that my domain is going to be example.com, I need to name my bucket example.com as well. If I'm going to have my host name for this website www.example.com, I should follow that naming convention as well regarding the S3 bucket name. And also another important characteristic, the S3 bucket needs to be public, and also we need to enable the S3 website hosting feature on this bucket. So let's get started. As a first step, I'm going to create a bucket. So I'm located in S3, and let's create a bucket. And my domain name for this exercise is this publiccloudtraining.com. By the way, I have already configured the Cloudflare, and I have the name servers in Cloudflare, so I can use this domain name. So I have this publiccloudtraining.com domain name, and I'm going to call this bucket as well. You can use the default setting, disable ACL. You need to have public access to the bucket. Yes, I acknowledge this. I don't need versioning at the moment. I'm not going to use tags. Yes, why not add some encryption and bucket key? I can enable that and create the bucket. Okay, the bucket is configured. Now select your bucket and go to the properties and go to the button, and you can see this static website hosting feature. Let's click on it, select enable, and select this host a static website, and I'm going to name the index document index.html. I have already configured my website. I'm going to show you and save the changes. And what I'm going to do is add a couple of objects. I have this already prepared in my Cloudflare example folder, and I'm going to just grab these assets and the index.html and copying over. You can see it's going to create a prefixed file. Yes, and let's upload these items. Voila, nice. And let's click on this. Let's go back to the properties. And if you scroll down to the static website hosting, you can visit this website. This will have a unique URL. And you can see this is access denied. Next step, what I'm going to do just to have this website available to the public, really quickly, I'm going to the permissions, go to bucket policy, edit bucket policy, and going to attach this policy. So this is going to allow traffic from everywhere. So let's save the change. Let's navigate back to this URL. Let's hard refresh, and you can see this is my website. So that's really nice. I'm going to configure Cloudflare. I'm going to have a DNS record. So let's copy this hostname and go to Cloudflare. This is my website. Go to DNS settings, and you can see I don't have any record, and I have just the name servers. So let's go add the record, type the @ because this is the root. This is going to be a CNAME record. This is the CNAME I have copied over. I need to delete the HTTP, the protocol part. I just need only the host name. So let's save this record. Very important. This needs to be proxied, and let's visit this domain and see what we are going to get. And this is ready. And let's hard refresh. So very nice. One thing you can enable here, if you go to the caching and go to cache rules, create a rule. I'm going to call this cache all, and I'm just going to select the host name, which is publiccloudtraining.com, and I'm going to add this edge TTL, and I'm just going to force this last option, and I'm going to cache it for 4 hours. That's going to add more setting like browser. Let's cache in the browser for 2 hours and all the other options, but I'm going to deploy this setting. Nice. And if I'm going back to that website, and if I'm going to hit the network tab, hard refreshing on this one, let's see the image. And you can see this is cached already at the Cloudflare edge, because you can see this is a hit. The only thing which bothers me that I can still reach this destination and I can bypass the Cloudflare proxy. In order to configure this blocking behavior, we need to extend the bucket policy we have created. Going back to the bucket policy, I need to edit the permission. Let's click on edit, and I need to extend this with a condition. So let's add this condition. So the condition is an IP address, and it is going to work if the IP address originating from the Cloudflare IPs. And I have already opened the IP ranges of Cloudflare. I'm going to link this next to the lecture. Let's go back to the bucket policy and let's save the changes. Very nice. Let's try to reload this. And you can see immediately this is access denied, forbidden. Let's go from the domain name I have configured. You can see this is still working as expected. And just to showcase that this is not cached, I'm going to configuration and I'm going to purge everything from cache. And let's wait 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds has passed. Let's visit the page again and let's reload. You can see this website is still working. As last step, as always, don't forget to clean up the resources. So I'm going to first to my bucket, and I'm going to delete the bucket. You need to click to empty the bucket. I'm going to select permanently delete, paste it here, exit, and let's delete the bucket itself. Go to Cloudflare, go to your DNS setting, and I'm going to remove this DNS. So that's it. We have cleaned up the resources. I hope you enjoyed the lecture and I have provided valuable information. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.